Every once in a while a video game comes along and makes you stop and say, wait, what were they thinking? Sometimes it's in a good way, sometimes it's a very weird way, but whatever the reason, we love when developers take creative swings. Whether they hit or miss, it always makes for a good story. Today we're diving into the 10 most surprising video game design choices ever made. Some of these were genius, some were chaos, all of them completely unforgettable. You follow up one of the most beloved games of all time, Ocarina of Time, with a stressful ticking clock nightmare full of dread? Bold move. Nintendo took a huge risk with Majora's Mask. Instead of following the classic Zelda formula, they dropped players into a dark alternate dimension and told them, "You have 3 days until the moon crushes everything." The 3-day loop resets time constantly, forcing players to manage their actions carefully, learn people's schedules, and relive events over and over. It's Groundhog Day meets apocalyptic fantasy, and it was way ahead of its time. A lot of fans didn't know what to make of it back then, but now it's considered one of the most unique and daring entries in the Zelda series. Supergiant Games already nailed it with fluid combat, gorgeous art, and replayable structure of Hades. But then they said, what if you could date literal death? In most roguelikes, you die and start over, but in Hades, death is baked into the story. Every run ends with a return to the underworld, and the characters remember it. Over time, you build relationships with gods and mythical beings, yes, even Thanatos. Yes, he's hot. You can give them gifts, unlock conversations, and eventually form deep romantic bonds. This turned the permadeath loop into something surprisingly warm and personal. It was a design decision that gave the game emotional stakes between fights, something rarely seen in roguelikes. GameCube's Eternal Darkness Sanity's Requiem didn't just scare you with monsters, it scared you by breaking the fourth wall. The game features a sanity meter. The lower it gets, the more bizarre things became. Fake system crashes, TV volumes suddenly dropping, telling you your save file was deleted on purpose. These moments weren't glitches, they were designed to mess with your head. Back when this game launched in 2002, people genuinely thought their console was broken. It was a genius psychological horror through gameplay, and it's still one of the boldest meta tricks in gaming. Ah yes, the classic bait and switch. You start Metal Gear Solid 2 playing as the legendary badass Solid Snake. Then, bam, an hour later you're playing as the totally unknown Raiden. Fans were not thrilled. Snake was in all the promos, all the trailers, and then suddenly, this new guy takes over for the entire rest of the game. But here's the thing, it wasn't lazy marketing, it was the point. Kojima used the Switch to comment on player expectations, identity, and the illusion of control. Whether you loved it or hated it, that move got everyone talking. It was one of the earliest examples of a game using narrative trickery as a core mechanic. In most RPGs, combat is unavoidable. In Undertale though, you don't have to kill a single soul, not even the bosses. Toby Fox designed a system where kindness is just as valid as violence. You can talk to monsters, calm them down, make them laugh. Every fight has a peaceful solution if you look for it. This wasn't just a gimmick, the game judges you based on how you play. Go full pacifist and the ending reflects it. Go full murder, the world changes, and the characters remember. It turns a basic turn-based combat system into a meaningful moral choice. Halfway through our list and we're only getting weirder. If you're enjoying it, hit the like and subscribe and let's continue with the list. Dead Space could have slapped a health bar and ammo count in the corner of the screen like every other shooter, but it didn't. Instead, it baked everything into the word. Your health bar, it's a glowing spine on the back of your suit. Ammo projected holographically from your gun. Even the menus are digitic, floating in front of Isaac in real time. This decision massively boosted immersion. You never left the world, you were Isaac. And when a necromorph ambushed you mid-inventory, it was genuinely terrifying. Still, one of the cleanest, most immersive UI design choices ever. NieR Automata or Automata or Potato Potata, just like Jules Gill like to say. Hi Jules. NieR Automata already messes with your head by having multiple endings, playthroughs from different perspectives, and story revelations that recontextualize everything. But the real kicker? Ending E. To unlock it, you fight through a brutal bullet hell sequence, and when you win, the game asks, "Do you want to help others get through this part?" If you say yes, it deletes your save. Your data is sacrificed so someone else, somewhere in the world, can succeed with your help. It's a design choice that blurs the line between gameplay and altruism. It's a gut punch, but it's also beautiful. Resident Evil was a survival horror. Slow, tense, limited ammo, then Resident Evil 4 shows up and says, "Let's do action horror now." Over the shoulder aiming, more enemies, faster movement, Leon doing roundhouse kicks. Capcom took a franchise known for tank controls and jump scares and turned it into a roller coaster of gunplay and chaos. It shouldn't have worked, but it did. Resident Evil 4 became one of the most influential games ever. Its design choice didn't just redefine Resident Evil, it reshaped third-person shooters for years. You start Portal thinking it's just a clever puzzle game, you solve rooms, you get cake, the AI is kinda weird but funny, then things get dark. GLaDOS start glitching. The walls literally peel back, you're escaping the facility, the cake is a lie. Why would they do that? Valve transformed what seemed like a physics-based tech demo into one of the best video game stories ever told. No cutscenes, just environmental storytelling, dark humor, and one slow burn twist after another. Still a masterclass in doing more with less. And finally, numero uno, you play Braid, thinking it's just a clever platformer with cool time rewind mechanics. You rewind to fix mistakes, dodge enemies, solve puzzles, but in the final level, the entire game flips. Suddenly, what you thought was you saving the princess is actually the opposite. You're not the hero helping her escape, you're the threat she's escaping from. That final level plays out in reverse, revealing your entire understanding of the game's events was backwards, literally. It's a masterstroke of storytelling through mechanics and one of the most shocking, subtle reveals in video games history. So those were 10 of the most surprising video game design choices ever made. Some subverted expectation, some broke the fourth wall, some just made us go, "Wait, what?" Got any shocking design moments of your own? Drop them in the comments below. We love hearing about the weird, the wild, and the wonderful. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, stay surprised, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget, enjoy your games.